Okay, so I'm driving up by the golf course here. This is behind the golf course, and see this mound on the right? Very anomalous, very steep, and it just rises out of nowhere here behind the highway. But check this out. I got somebody behind me. Shoot. Okay, and it just slopes down here. I'm gonna get off here, and we're gonna look at that closer. Let these cars pass. You see our wonderful cracked streets here. We have pothole season beginning, but look at how steep it is here. And I want to show you how abruptly it goes. Let's check it out here. No, I'm gonna park back here. I don't see why not. And we'll take a look. I find features like this anomalous. It's too big for the city to have come and done that. And where's it coming from? You know, how'd that piece of land right there rise so abruptly right there? Sure, they may have dug it out around the road. You could say that for the road this was on. I don't think so. We're gonna check this out. So, let's check this out. Now that's the golf course behind there. So, these types of features, I find anomalous. They plant trees on top of them, and I think that the reason for that is they're trying to get these trees to eat away at the roots, to eat away at these buildings that are buried. So I'm gonna quickly get across here. And there's always stones thrown about and concrete. See the stone here? What they call stone? I don't know what the hell it is. It's melted stuff. Here's a piece of concrete just lying here. Well, let's take a look here, and it's just a land bar here, out of nowhere. And then there's the golf course, the hilly golf course. Here, let me get a good view here. But you see what I'm standing on here? I don't know. It's too big. It's too big for me. It's too big. It's too big. I mean, yeah, that's too big. I don't know what's going on here, but this golf course is hillier than all get out. Let's take a look. It's finally starting to thaw here, so snow isn't so slick. It's more sticky, so I can walk on it now. You can see how icy it gets here. This was a path, but this hilly golf course. What is buried here? And there's a cemetery on the other side, way more moundy looking, but over here, this is what gets me. It's just a land bar here, just rising out of nowhere. And then if I were to, I'm on the golf course property now, so, but okay, just strange to me. I don't know, it just seems like too big of a feat just to carve out the road, if you know what I mean. You know, we're gonna look at this mound up here, the taller part of it that where I was when I first started this video. It's very steep right there, you can see. And it just looks like a covered mess. Just a buried mess. Okay. Interesting. And they got shrubs up there. They're always planting stuff, you know. So after this, I'm gonna take you on a little tour and look at some bricks in Minneapolis over there. Now you can't see because of all these mounds. See how moundy it is in here. I wanted to come in here when there was still some snow because it kind of accentuates the hilly terrain. But what is this? And I'm sure it's gonna be full of rocks. or you know, melt and such, sticking out probably, and it just looks like they're covering something up here. They got brush on top of the highest part of this mound here. And let's see what they got on top. I don't think anybody's gonna come up here. Well, I am. I want to know what's going on here. It's very hard right here. The ground got a lot harder. I'm walking on snow, but I can tell underneath it's a lot harder. So, what do we got up here? What do we got up here? Do you see how abrupt? Oh yeah, it's a building. It's a building. It's a building. Look what they're doing. They're covering it up. They're covering it up. Gee whiz! They got, what are these bricks? Fucking bricks! They chopped them up. Those are bricks. Perfect bricks. Huh. Not lava rock. It's not lava rock. No, look at this. Melted concrete stuff. Bricks on the other side. Look at that. The brick material. On the other side, like, what is concrete rendering probably. What is this? Metal in here. Metal sticking out. You got piles of shit up on top. And it's like a square building. It's a square building. It's squared off. And that's where I started way down there. So I started walking from down there. Whoa. Floating like Michelle Kwan out here. Look at this shit. Look at this. Pillars. That looks like a round pillar. Yep, it sure is. A round fucking pillar. And look at all this shit. Melted stuff. Wow. Give me a break. They're not dumping up here for no reason. Why would they bring just a few materials, a few pillars? That's a pillar too. And they're hollow. That one's hollow on the inside. So that's the inside of a pillar. Let me see that. That's a pillar. Hang on a second. Another one right there. So this is old world stuff. We don't build pillars like this today. Renderings coming off. No. Give me a break. Why would a pillar have, and there's green stuff? Oh, and there's bricks. And there's a fucking brick. And there's a fucking brick right there. Fucking brick. Give me a break. So this is the outside of a pillar, but look at what the inside looks like of a pillar. Why would it have that shape? Square. Looks like we're on top of a foundation here. I'll have to get up here when it's we're on top of the building here. Something. I don't know. I think this is in the ground. I don't know. When this snow melts, you see the struggle here is the snow, and they're putting logs up here from the golf course. Throwing logs up here to cover it up. All this stuff turns to soil. All this stuff. Look at this. Crude. They're dumping on top of a building. And they have trees planted up here to eat away at this building. The roots. See all these young planted trees? Just on the building. Eating away at this stuff. Interesting. So those are pillar pile, and they have a strange shape on the inside. Appear to be concrete mold pillars. There's bricks and concrete and melted stuff in there with paint on it still. There's still paint. There's wood. That's not wood. That's paint. That's paint. Gee whiz. And oh. Great example. Great fucking example. You know what they do in Minnesota? They plant whenever you see these things, these stickers, these things that stick to you. When you see these, you're on top of something. These are what they have around things they didn't want you near. Every site that's anomalous that I go to like this or anywhere, there are tons of these things planted around. This is their junk. These are evil. These things are evil, and they stick to you all over the place. And they're just on top. Why would these just be sitting up here on top? They're not in there. They're not anywhere else. They're just sitting right up here. They've been planted up here. They want people off the top of this building. Holy shit. You know what I mean? You know? They have these things everywhere. I'm just getting stuck in them all over the place. On the ground. That's like some genetically created. That I don't think those are natural. These are laboratory plants, and not for all I care. They're only on structures that they don't want you around. These things that stick to you really bad. Give me a break. Look at the wood. Look at the wood and the bricks. Piles of bricks that they chopped up here. Not lava rock. They're just bricks. They say that this stuff is like lava rock, is what they tell you. And there's a huge amount of it underneath me here. It's all bricks. And I'm not sure how stable it is up here where I'm walking. See, a field of this stuff, a field of it. No other plants are growing around here. Well, one. All the rest are these things. These evil things on top of this building. They don't want people hanging out up here. Oh, and I just fell through. Like, so, yeah, I'm not gonna continue walking until this thaws out. This is interesting. Look at this this covering. I'm not gonna walk to the edge of that. This is getting dangerous, but because I don't know what I'm walking on. Just exciting on. There's gonna be bricks sticking out of the side of it and stuff right there, what they call stones. Hey, somebody had a campfire down there. You see those two rocks on top of that other rock? Or they're just pieces of concrete. They're just round melted pieces of concrete on top of a cinder block. Probably from this building. Or absolutely from this building. So they plant these things just along the top of this building. It's a huge field of them in there. Big field of them. So I'm gonna keep skating here like Michelle Kwan and get nailed by these things as I fucking do it. Okay, that was intense. Somebody's been up here. Somebody put that there. Interesting. I knew something was up with this. When I see just big risen mounds like this, it's a big point, steep point, really high, out of nowhere, and it goes for maybe about a half a mile, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. See the cars down there? Gee whiz. Anywho, take it easy.